Greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Ed. You notice that I have on something a little bit different tonight. You know, after talking for the last 4 weeks about our martial arts and how we think that that's such a good program, it should be in the grade schools, and how we are in the University of Virginia Union and wound up with 3 champions, state champions out of there. I thought maybe I'd bring the school on and let you see a little bit about that, and let's talk directly to some of the participants in our program. You notice I have on my jacket, our colors are black and gold. They'll be in a few minutes. They're getting themselves together, and while they're doing that, I'm going to pay my dues and give my big ups to Naturally McGuire VA Hospital, Peggy, Dorothy, Diane, Nurse Linda, Receptionist Sherry, if you're watching, Sherry, and all of you other folks out there, especially in the labs, who take care of us. I say it every week, okay? I got 1 more week to go. If you haven't gotten the message by now, I don't know what else I can say to you, okay? So Joe Morris, he just called me a few minutes ago. He's got a splitting headache. I told him, fine and dandy, we want to see him when he's at his very best. He asked you guys to please forgive him, and he will be with me for the first part of next week's show, which will be the last show. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for our karate folks to get here, how about you folks get on the telephone and call up your friends and your relatives and tell them, you know what, you might want to tune in to Conversations with Ed tonight. He's talking about some good stuff. And what we're going to be talking about is bullying, how we can stop bullying, stop children from being bullied, and also stop children from being bullies. We can do that with the proper training and discipline. And that's the main thing that seems to be missing in our young people today. There's a certain level of self-esteem that's not there. We've talked about it on many, many occasions over the last 5 years. There's also an issue of who am I? And through the training, and through the discipline, through the talking, through the time that they're spent, we become mentors to a lot of these young people, which goes hand in hand with the mentorship programs that I'm involved in. If you were looking, you saw when we had Transforming Today's Youth on. Gwen and Mario did a wonderful job sitting up here explaining that. But once again, this is all part of that whole thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to readjust the mindsets of our young people who have just been floating with no direction. I think a lot of you out there kind of agree with me on that. So in the meantime, a lot of craziness going on in the world out here. We still have a few minutes before our crew gets in here. A lot of craziness. Fortunately, it hasn't really touched us here in Richmond, but just by it happening in the United States, it touches us. But the guy with the 3 women that he had for 10 years, I mean, this is stuff that you see on television, you know, on the Sci-Fi Channel or some craziness like that. And then people all over the country are doing things that are just not the normal insanity. I think we've stepped up a little bit on that. That's a show that we'll have to do. We'll have to talk about that when I come back on the next time around. Meanwhile, I'm looking for my folks. They are coming from the dojo. They should be here within a minute. If anybody wants to call in and just talk about any of the other shows or anything in general, now would be a chance to do that while we have a few minutes. Is the phone, can you put the phone number up, guys? Just in case somebody out there wants to say hello. All right, appreciate that. And if you listen to Jack Gravely on the radio, he comes on 9:90 a.m. He comes on in the morning from 9 to 12 o'clock. He had a young man on today, and I tell you, with age, you know, your memory's slipping away. I cannot remember the young man's name, but I was so impressed with him. He came through the whole Richmond school system, including college, and he's a filmmaker, and he has a film debuting, and he's going to be showing it at the Carey Street Theater. And if you listen to Jack Gravely next week, he's going to be giving away tickets. And I think this is something, once again, we might want to take a minute and get involved with. Black film producer, we're starting to see a lot of that coming along in a lot of different direction now with the black films. Everybody's not thugs and everybody's not gangbangers and whatnot. I've enjoyed, I shouldn't be saying this because I'm not done yet. I do have another week. But I would like to say I've had the opportunity to really enjoy this session that I've had on Comcast. We thank you for letting us have this opportunity. Also on Fios, Verizon allows it to be picked up by their network also, which I think is real cool. I hear the doorbell, that means get ready for some tough stuff. But I would like to thank the network for giving guys like me and just about anybody that has something legit to talk about a forum to come out. And I don't know if you've been able to notice over the couple of weeks how the quality has gone up. We like to thank our producers for that. We have two young gentlemen who are really super, and the program is just going so well. I think that you all who do watch, not just me, but other shows, can see that. Meanwhile, I'm talking and I'm filling in time. The phone number's up there if somebody wants to give a call real quick. We're about to get started because I do see them coming in now. But we can talk about anything in the meantime. It's Conversations with Ed. Who wants to have a conversation? I got ready to start telling you a grandson's story, but I'll leave Kyle out of it. Sensei, you come right on up. Yeah, okay. Hi, he's going to show you where you can change and whatnot. Hello, caller.
Hi, how you doing tonight?
There's my favorite caller. How you doing? I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Looking pretty good up there.
Oh, well, I thank you.
I'm calling you to ask you, how did you manage to get started in martial arts?
Oh boy, that's a pretty easy one.
How?
Because I grew up in New York, as I've told folks many times.
Not why, how?
Well, I went to, they had a chain back in those days called Jerome Mackey's Judo. And my dad thought it was time for me to learn something, and he took me down there. I was 14 years old, and I started with Judo. Then I progressed in Judo, got pretty good in it, matter of fact. And when I went in the military, having had that training, it was a natural progression for me to go into and explore the other martial arts. So, in effect, personally, I've been at it for about 50 years.
So there are many different kinds of martial arts?
Oh yeah, there's as many as the sky. I mean, everybody has an idea. They're not all accepted. Here's Sensei now. Come on in and join us, Sensei. And there's right now we do Shotokan. And there's a difference. Shotokan, mostly what you hear about is Shotokan and Taekwondo. And the difference in the two systems is, number one, the formalities, and number two, the directions. Shotokan is more of a linear system, meaning straight line. And Taekwondo involves a lot of footwork and et cetera. All of them are good. If you can get involved in any one of them, it's a good thing.
What's the difference in karate? Are they all a form of karate, or is karate a form of martial arts?
Karate is a form of martial arts because you have karate, you have kung fu, you have Kempo is another one. And each one of the Asian countries has a form of martial arts. And the interesting thing, if we want to get really into the history of it, is that it came from Africa.
I was going to say that. I knew that much.
Yeah, no, it came from Africa, and it was brought down. The gentleman who made the journey all the way through all of the countries, watched the different animals that he had a chance to see on his journey, and watched how they fought. And when he finally got into China and got involved with training down there, he started the martial arts. You couldn't be in martial arts back in the old times when samurai and ninja and all that were running around if you didn't have African ancestry. That's something most folks don't know. Okay?
Well, thank you very much, and I look forward to the others.
Okay, there's going to be some fun stuff, so stay tuned, and if you want to call back, please feel free to do so. Okay?
You know I will. Bye.
Okay, right.
Bye-bye.
Now, we waited for our friend and my sensei, Mr. 5th degree black belt, the owner and main force behind the DAI-ICHI Shotokan Karate here in Richmond, also the instructor of the year and sensei of the year.
Yes.
Okay, good to see you.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
okay, I'm glad you guys can make it down, and I hope they took care of
Yes,
getting all of
they're
that
gonna
done.
take care.
All right. I was telling them when I was killing time up there that we were going to talk about bullying
Okay.
and how the martial arts in general and the discipline and whatnot that we teach does away with that situation from both sides. We stop the child from being bullied and we stop the other child from being a bully.
Right.
So if you want to elaborate on any of that right there, and I see you brought a sheet of papers you want to tell us something about, right?
Well, in the late 60s, Hulan Willis, he was karate instructor at Virginia State College.
That's the name. Somebody
Elon
was
Willis.
trying to get the name. If you're watching, he was trying to think of it last night. But anyhow, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hulan Willis, and I saw him at a demonstration, and during the demonstration, somebody asked, if karate is that good, why don't all the kids get it? Why don't they get into learning how to fight? And Hulan Willis, Master Willis' statement was, if you give me a child, and if he stays in karate, he will not be a bully because of the discipline. Okay, that helps them, as we say, learn to fight, not to fight.
Learn to fight, not to fight. Absolutely. Well, we see it. I mean, I've been seeing it most of my life, as I know you have also, and your students like Sensei Malik, and the ones that you've trained, that you look at now, are exactly what you're talking about because they're all upstanding people.
Yes.
So why do you think, and I'm asking you, naturally I know the answer, but the public needs to know the answer. What do you think it is about the martial arts and that changes a child?
The martial arts builds self-confidence, it builds discipline. That discipline changes a child. As they say, a lot of kids want discipline. Even though the parents might not discipline them the way I was disciplined when I was growing up.
They don't do that anymore.
But
yeah.
the kids want discipline. I notice a lot of times, we're getting ready to go on a trip to New York, and we're taking 2 vans up there.
You are getting the 2 vans to go. This is for a training session?
Training session. And last night I laughed because one of the other drivers, he said, who's going on which van? And I said, these are the ones going on that van. And, I told y'all gonna be riding with Sensei folks. And they're like, I can hear Sensei folks now. Y'all breathing too loud. Stop breathing. So they know that I expect a certain amount of discipline from them.
Yeah.
And it's required.
Well, again, having watched this over the years, it's required, but it's also enjoyed.
Yes.
Because as they come in, just like, and I won't call his name, but if you're watching, you know who you're talking about, came in crying. Mm-hmm. And we get a lot of that. They come in crying the first night. Then you see them a month later and they're going down the floor like they were born to it.
Yes.
And so proud of themselves. So what we're going to do, I know you brought some of the trainers, some of the senseis
Yes.
with you. And you brought some of the youngsters?
Yes.
How many youngsters?
I think I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 12.
You brought that many with you?
Hey, they kept saying they want to go.
Well, let's get them started then.
All right.
Can we get them started? You don't have to go out. Can you see about getting them started
Sensei
out there?
Briggs and Sensei Akua.
Sensei Briggs and Sensei Akua, if they're ready. So, folks, you're getting to see real TV in action. Come on out, ladies, and the whole team. Look at this. We have the whole team here. Come on in.
That's all.
Come around on this side.
Everybody else just wait. Just Sensei Briggs.
You guys hold
Sensei
up for
Akua.
1 second. Sensei Griggs and Akua, yeah, y'all come on up. Come on up. Nice to see you, Sensei Griggs. Us, Sensei Akua. Now, these are 2 of the staff. This young lady is actually 2nd or 3rd generation, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, been at it all of her life. And this young lady here, we call her Sensei, but she also carries the title of doctor. So it's for everybody. This is something for everybody. And you notice both of them are wearing their black belts. Now, I don't know.
I would just like to add, Sensei Akua is getting ready to be tested for her 2nd degree black belt in July.
Congratulations.
Sensei Briggs is already a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo. And will be testing for her black belt in Shotokan in July.
Outstanding. Outstanding, both of you. Congratulations. I know how hard you work. So, you know, to hear it's not a surprise, but I still feel really good for you. That's good stuff. Now, I see you brought a bunch of young folks over here. What are these young folks going to do?
They're going to do a little bit of a self-defense demonstration.
Self-defense demonstration, okay. All right, folks, now we're going to put the phone number up, okay? Even though the youngsters you're going to see are going to be a little active, might keep you busy, but if you have a question, be sure to call in and ask while you have the opportunity. I know you got a little problem with space. How are we going to work it out?
How many do you want?
You guys take charge.
We'll just take 2.
2 now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call it who you want.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do Andong on your side. Want to do them too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Come on out, Andong.
who else?
Go around the outside. There you go. Come right out there in front, young man. How you doing?
Right out front.
Up front. Yeah, right out front there. Turn around. Turn around this way. It's good to see you, young man. Okay. His name is Anton.
Andong.
Andong. All right, and you notice he's wearing a red and black belt,
Yes.
which means he's a junior black belt, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And who's the other person?
Jaylen.
Jaylen.
Come on out, Jaylen. There you are, and look at this little guy, green belt. How you doing, Jaylen? Okay, you see yourselves on TV? You like that, huh? Okay. Get in the middle so the camera can get on you there. On this way.
Antoine, other way,
Come to the
Antoine.
left. This way. To the left. Come over this way. This way. Over in front of the camera. Okay, now tell us and show us what you're going to do. Okay, you all get a chance. Don't worry. We're going to get you all on here.
Let's get y'all to slide over just a little bit.
All right, he'll follow you with the camera once you get set up, okay?
All right. So what we're gonna do is just one small demonstration real quick, one of the emotes, and we're gonna do, it's basically showing each other how to fight. So we're gonna have an attacker who's gonna be Torre. So Torre! All right, and so he's gonna be the attacker. Then we have Andong, who's gonna be the person that's gonna block. So okay, so they're gonna just do a really quick demonstration just to show how it's demonstrated as far as when you're doing a technique, how to block appropriately, how to protect yourself. So I want y'all to do Torre Uke. Now you ready, go.
There you go. Outstanding. See, you can
That's
clap.
it. Very simple.
Yeah, you can clap. There you go. A lot of the audience.
So a very simple technique, but it was a lot done in there because you had a lot of punching, you had a lot of kicking, you had a lot of different blocks going on. So that's one thing, some of the things that we learned, like with small emotes and how you can defend yourself. So.
Good. Okay.
All right.
Now, what did you guys? How do you guys feel about that? You learning your stuff pretty good?
Yes.
Yes. How old are you?
7.
You're 7 years old. Well, we started at 5, right?
5, yes.
Look at that. Look at this green belt already up there. Okay, can bring out some other ones here. You guys step on the side. We're gonna get the next group to come on a bow.
Bow. Os.
Okay. Next.
Come over here.
Over to your left. There you go. Okay.
Get two of the white belts to come out.
All right. Now the white belts are the beginners. They're the ones that are just getting started. Come on out. Come on. Don't be bashful. Come on out. How you doing?
Bring on. You got one more white belt over there.
Another white belt. Come on out. Another white
No, you
belt.
got 2 more.
2 more. Come on up front. Come on up front, white belts. Okay.
All right.
All right, now white belts, that means that they're in the first stages of their beginning to learn. And that's what this type of karate is about. You get promoted based on your own efforts and your own skills as you go along. And there's no time limit. It doesn't mean that you can be a white belt for a month and next thing you're a green belt. It just means that it takes a little time, but you do get recognized for your abilities. So what are your white belts going to do?
Well, what the white belts are going to do today, they're going to do some basic punches and
Okay,
blocks.
good. Let's see that. It's first things you learn.
Feet together. Right. Open up. Yours. All right, left hand up. Going to do straight punch, middle punch. Ready? Key out, all right? Ich. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Sich. Hutch. Hoop. Shoot. Okay. High block. Right hand up. Ready? Ich. Knee. Sun. She.
You got it. There you go.
Go. Rope. Sich. Hutch. Hoop. Shoot. Okay. Low block. Right hand. Ready? Ich. Low block. Knee. Sun. She.
It's okay.
Go. Rope. Sich. Hutch. Hoop. Shoot.
Good.
Feet together.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. Good. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, what's the next group? Come on, you guys can go out that way. Thank you very much for that, okay? So these are our beginners. Now we have another group that's coming out. These are our blue belts. Come on
Yellow.
out.
3.
3 blue belts.
Yours.
There's my boy. How you doing, man? All right. What do we gonna have to do now?
All right. Let's get y'all slide over just a little bit. You think they can hear something down in here?
Yes.
Just watch your space.
The next thing that we want to kind of do for you is what we learn at our carters. And then carters, what you learn is all different techniques for fighting. So really when you practice, you're going through all your movements, you're pretending that it's an opponent there, and you are actually attacking that opponent, you are actually fighting that opponent. Now we kind of limited in space at this particular point, but we want to still do this, and we're going to do Heian Sandan. This is one of the third carters that we learned under the Heians. So they're going to demonstrate that for you, and so hopefully it works out because it is really small space, and we like to have more space because we like to move and Shotokan. So we're going to get us to try. All right, I think I can work it out with space.
Yes.
All right, Heian Sandan. It. Knee. It. Knee. It. Knee. Sun. She. Itch. Yeah. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Yeah. Itch. Knee. Yeah. Yummy.
That's nice.
It's good for the space.
Excellent. They actually did really good with the space. And one thing with martial arts is important. You have to be able to adjust your space because you don't know how your opponent's gonna come. They're gonna come on you and crowd you, or they're gonna be kind of far away. What are you gonna do? You know, so that was really excellent that they worked with the space that they were in. So let's give them another hand.
Outstanding. That's right. Okay, thank you, young ladies. Okay. And now we have
2 yellow belts.
yellow. We have
Yeah, 2
yellow.
yellow belts.
Where are we, Mr. Green? Come on out, yellow belts. Green, we're gonna get you in a minute. We'll get you by yourself. Okay, you get a little bit of showtime, the 2 of you. All right. And what are our yellow belts gonna do?
All right, next one, the yellow belts are going to do the first Heian. Heian stands for peaceful mind. So they're going to do the first Shodan. which is the first kata out of the hyenas, out of the 5 series.
And just so that you know what Sensei is talking about, the training is set in categories. So you're looking at the hyenan category, which you said is peace. There's about, what, 12?
Yes.
12 different forms that we practice. So these are actually the beginning forms. So yes, let's see what our buddies can do here.
Give me a little bit of room to feet together. Show me. Right?
Good.
Open up. Hyenan Shodan.
Here, Shodan.
Ready? Ich. Ni. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Siege. I.
Yeah.
Ich. Ni. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Siege catch.
Yeah.
Ich. Ni. Sun. She.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah, man, good job, okay, good job. Okay, and then lastly, I see my 2 buddies over there. Come on out, you guys, thank you, yellow belts, very good. 2 of my favorites here. Let's see you get going. What are we gonna do?
All right, today the advanced green belts. They're going to do an emote, which is a pattern of just basic movements in the horse stance.
Okay, now.
So it's going to be Kibidachi emote, which is the first emote of that series.
Okay, okay, before you start, just say what an emote is.
Oh, that was the, sorry. That's a pattern of basic movements, whether you're doing basic punches or a basic stance, such as a front stance or a horse stance.
Okay, audience got
Okay.
it. There you go. All right.
All right, feet together. Right. Open up. Right. Ready? Keep it out to your mote. Shodan.
Keep it on your motivation.
Ready? Ich. Ni. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Siege. Hutch. Coop. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yummy.
All right. Now, I need to add in here that you're looking at champions too. We just got finished with the state champions.
Yes.
And we had how many? I forget it was 12 or 13 trophies come out.
15. From the AAU state championships, we had 21 medals. That was 8 gold, 7 silver, 6 bronze. From the USNKF state championship, we had 3 gold, 5 silver, and 8 bronze.
And that is outstanding. And each one of these young folks in here, there's a champion right there too, I believe. Didn't you get a trophy on the last one?
Yes.
Right? You got one on the last one. And now we're getting ready to go for the nationals. And we're gonna bring home some more trophies, right? Okay. So you see it now. That's how it works. If you want to do something else, we have time. Yeah,
We'll
we
do
have.
another demonstration for you guys.
Yeah, let's.
Real quick, how many of you won a gold medal at the AAU state championship? Step up front, Ray. If you want to go at state championships, step up front. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Good. If you want a silver, step up. If you want a silver. If you want a bronze. Okay.
Look at our champions. Outstanding. That's right. Good for you. Good job. And this is for the state championships. This is not little high school stuff we're talking about. We're talking about the Virginia State champions, and here you have them. And they're going for the nationals in November, is it?
The nationals are in June.
June. This coming June? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys better get ready. Let me let you get out now so you can get
Two
ready
more I
to
wanna-
train. 2 more
Two
coming?
more I want to bring up. Ayanna and Andong.
Come up. Let's see you. Hi. You guys did a nice job just now, too.
They have also won first place trophies at some of the different tournaments. USNKF, the Virginia Beach Blast Tournament, last year AAU tournaments. So all of them are doing a great job. The others that you see, they are basically new students. They've not had an opportunity to compete at any tournaments as of yet.
But they'll be champions once
Will
we
be.
get going
Yes.
with them. Yeah, you're all going to be champions.
Okay. All right. Sensei, Briggs.
All right, y'all go ahead on back.
Okay, though.
And on. And on. All right, this time we just wanted to do another demonstration because when we do our katas, when we do the form, like we had the yellow belts come out and they did Heian Shodan. Not going to do the whole thing, but I do want him to just do the beginning of it so you can see how it looks. So we're going to let him do that Heian Shodan, just at the beginning. By himself. Anytime you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Good. Now, I want him to do the beginning so y'all can have an idea of what it looks like. Now, I said earlier, when you're doing your katas, you are in a fight. So what we have is called a bunkai, and bunkai is the moves against that. So what we're going to do, we're going to be his opponents actually coming at him. So he's going to do the exact same movements, but now you can see what each one of those moves mean and what happens. We're going to do it really slow, and we're going to tell you what we're doing so you can understand what's going on. Right? Go!
Hey! Heian Shodan Bankai.
Heian Shodan Bankai.
Hey! 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 Okay, I'm attacking with a low punch. He's blocking with a low block. He's going to step forward and punch me. I'm going to block him.
Now I'm coming up to attack. He blocks me. So I grab his hand. He snatches away. He breaks my collarbone.
He sure did.
And I step back, so I have to block him because he's punching at me.
Next, I'm going to attack him with a low punch. I'm going to punch to the head so he can block here. He's going to grab my arm to break it, moving forward. And then I'm going to punch high twice.
Yeah.
And he's going to block both of them.
Outstanding. So you can see, when you put it together, it really works. There you go.
Yeah, so you put it together like you said, it really works. So it all has purpose to it. Each one of the movements, it really means something. The kids are not just up there doing anything. It all has purpose.
Now, how long have you been studying martial arts?
Well, over 12 years.
Over 12.
Probably about 15 years now.
But you've accomplished quite a bit because in martial arts, that's a short time.
Yeah.
Especially to have.
Actually, I think it's been 16. I started in 93 and had one little break in there. So I've been doing it a long time.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
again
much.
for coming up. Now you, I mean, that, I'm just, it's just crazy, right? So.
And I think it's important to mention, come on down. One thing about martial arts, it is a family thing. Y'all two come out here. Not only she's doing it, she has a black belt, but now her sons, they're doing it. And you can see he has his green belt, yellow belt, and they're excellent because their mom is so good.
Isn't that great?
It's a thing where families can come out, have fun. You can do something with your kids so you can stay in shape, and also, so they can build up their confidence, because that's one thing martial arts will do. Build up your confidence, make you feel good about yourself. It gives you discipline. Most kids who are doing martial arts, they actually have better grades, and that's been shown, And actually the kids who are doing martial arts are not the kids that's at school in the fights. Those are the kids who are usually the ones preventing the fights. And I think that's important because that's part of the discipline in learning martial arts.
Outstanding. There you go.
And
What?
don't forget to mention your sister.
My sister is a black belt also.
Yeah, your sister too.
second-degree black belt.
Second-degree
In
black
Shotokan.
belt. Yeah, it's in the family. Well, you'll have my grandson in August. He turns 5 in August, and he'll be ready to come on out and join the youngsters. We thank you guys for coming on out like you did and doing so well. And you're going to have a lot of other folks that are going to come join you because people will see this, okay? And they'll say, well, they're doing it, and they look like they're having fun. You're having fun doing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, look at it. I love it. Yes, there you go. Thank you so much, okay? So I'm going to get you to wait outside now. We'll be finished in a few minutes, okay? You can go right over there in the room and watch the rest on TV. Y'all stay.
Y'all stay.
Yeah. Can and Dolly, can they be heard talking? Are they here? Can you hear them okay without them? Okay. Oh, you said yes back there. Okay. All right. See, now the reason that we wanted you to see this, as we mentioned earlier, as you heard me say a couple of times, we're in Virginia Union now. We started in January. And with that short time, we have 3 state champions out of Virginia Union. And I'm on a mission now to try to see if we can get it into the public schools. I think this would be a great project, and we'd like to do it, and I'm talking to people already about it. I'd like to try with 2 high schools or 2 middle schools just to see for the first year the results. That way we can turn around to the Richmond School Board and say, see, this is how it works, because we know that it'll change the paradigm. Sensei, let me see here. Hello, caller?
Yes, how does karate promote discipline?
Well, it promotes discipline in the training aspect of it, just like most sports do, okay? If you have any child that's involved with athletics, they're going to have more discipline because they'll have higher self-esteem and they learn the concept of respect. Does that answer it for you?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling and thanks for watching.
Ed, on that discipline, the sensei said I had to be quiet tonight, okay, because they were going to do their thing. But normally, some of the things that you saw, I would have been correcting. I would have been hollering, You need to do it harder. You need to get lower. You need to do this. You need to do that. So they're constantly being encouraged or directed as to what we want them to do.
And their progression, in order for them to go to the next step, they have to perform at certain standard.
Yes.
There's a certain standard of excellence that is required, and that's where a lot of the discipline comes in also. And that's where a lot of the self-pride comes in. Wow, I did it. Wow, I did it. Because you see young people and older people, you see people get involved and put that extra in that they don't even know they have until they get into the training.
That's it.
So that's what we call key. That's one of the things that's taught. Yes, you can do this. All right. Now, look at that. Here's a perfect example. These 2 ladies, number 1, senseis, but also people don't realize getting a black belt means that now you start learning.
Right.
Okay, and you guys are doing an excellent job. Hello, caller.
Hi, I like what Sensei said about discipline, because a lot of people think that discipline means punishment and it means hitting, but he says it just as I interpret it, it means correcting.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the lady that called, she was wondering how are you disciplining? Well, you're correcting them constantly.
Yeah.
And they learn to accept it. Right?
That's it exactly. Thank you again, caller.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, and the discipline comes in because, as she just said, it's not punishment. Okay, now, you might have to do some push-ups,
That's right.
if you didn't do so-and-so, right? And back in the old days when the boss over here, and I probably a little bit earlier than him because I hate to say it, I'm older than him, but we used to get punished. Yes. We did get punished. I mean, with boards and everything else you could think of, and the training was very, very intense. I know we used to have to run on Rockaway Beach in the water and do arcadas in the ocean, and et cetera. And I know I hear stories about, I have not been down to our headquarters in Texas as these folks have. I will probably be going next June. Okay, once I'm finally put back together with all the surgery. Now, would you like to add anything to this? Because you have a good handle, both of you, on what's going on. Well, you see what we're doing. We're growing DAI-ICHI, number 1, but it's not for the sake of DAI-ICHI. We're growing it for the sake of the Richmond community. Right. Because these young people are out of control. And I can say, I said it, okay? They're out of control. And they need something. And I think this might be, if not the answer, at least one of the answers, okay? So you have to start somewhere. Now, we do it with the other program I'm involved with, and that's the Transforming Today's Youth. We do it on an academic level with mentors for the school students. Hold on one second. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Ed. I just want to comment to the senseis. My daughter goes to Sensei Fowlkes, and I just want to thank them for all they do, and the kids are doing a fantastic job.
Well, who's your daughter? Let's brag.
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler. That's Tyler's mom. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, and he's doing so well. That's she's doing so well. I know she's doing. I'm like you with the names because we have we have so many of them. But she's really she has her heart in it too.
Yes.
She has her heart in it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
All right, that's nice. Yeah.
I will say, because you guys have had anything to say, I think it's important to realize, because I think martial arts, traditionally people always think about only males.
Yeah.
Martial arts, a lot of the senior belts and everything, and it looks like it's a male-dominated sport. But as you can see, we're doing this, and I think it's important for females because it does help, even with us, build our confidence.
And the self-defense factor is there.
And the self-defense is so important because, we are women.
Woe
but I
be
know I can
unto the
defend
man.
myself.
Woe be unto the man that comes at these two.
Exactly. And so that's a good feeling even about yourself, and you can take that pride in yourself, not only for martial arts, but you can take that over into your job. You can take that over into school. You can take that over to church or wherever. Because whenever you learn anything, it's not just for that. It's for your life.
For their whole,
and I think, it's a lot of life lessons like that you learn with martial arts that just help you be a better person in everything so you can be successful in everything you do.
And you see it. And, it's Vince Lombardi, if anybody is familiar with football, had the habit of winning.
Yes.
And it's a process of doing things the right way and getting to it being a habit. And once you do it the right way and you feel that like you hit it right or this right, then that's how you're going to do it all the time.
Right.
And you're not going to not be satisfied with not being the best. Got to be the best.
Yeah.
Got to be the best. And that's what these young folks are learning. They're learning the self-confidence. And you two are great examples of how it should be. And the boss here, he's shown his dedication for all of these years and still at it. And the man's got a degree in martial arts. Now that's something people don't realize either. You get a college degree in martial arts, okay? So congratulations on that to you too. All right. So you guys are gonna have a real busy June. Tell us, we're getting ready to go down in about 10 minutes, so we got a little bit of time. Tell us how you think this would affect a grade, what do you think, grade school or middle school first?
Middle school.
Middle school. You have to speak up because you don't have a mic on. Well, we're picking you up on the sides here.
Well, I did start out at a middle school age. I was 12 years old
Okay.
when I started. So it did help me as far as to stay focused in my schoolwork and as far as everything else that I was doing, whether it was home, school, and everything. So I think that middle schoolers, if they do start right now, they will stay focused.
Yeah, because they're right at that split.
Mm-hmm.
At 14 years old when they can
whether
go
I'm going
this way.
the good path, or whether I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah, so I think that's what we should really focus on addressing. Now, you have something to add?
No, I definitely agree with that. The other thing I would just say too, I think it's so important, especially with martial arts, people get started early. Like if you are starting even elementary school, and the reason being is for the flexibility part.
Yes.
So you will keep your flexibility, because I started as an adult who had already lost a lot of my flexibility. And I, as much as I stretch and as much as I train, I've gotten, some of it back. But I would never be as flexible and do the things like folks who's been doing it all their lives. Because anybody who started very young, they can still do the splits. They can do the high kicks. They can just do things. It's incredible because they don't lose their flexibility.
There.
So I think it's important, that you have kids get started. I think that's something that's important.
And you said something about you said something about flexibility.
Just look at the rubber man here.
Can you get your hand up somewhere? Turn face her, Andong. Go down that way. No, you got to raise it higher than that. Get in a position. I want to see a good high kick, a good roundhouse kick. But you might have.
Yeah, don't kick us now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
How about that? Can you get that? Yeah.
Okay. Now you're talking about flexible. He said, try it again. 2 out of 3. That's 2 out of 3. That's 2.
Because he hit him twice.
All right.
That's it.
And as of course you can see that was above my head. He can get up there, so of course that's way above his head.
Yeah.
You know, but he's been doing it for a long time since he was young, so he's never lost his flexibility. So in a few years, 20 years from now, he'll still be able to do that.
Good show.
Thank you, Andong.
Good show. Okay. And you see the laughter? You see this? This is also what happens when you start at a young age. This is fun. This young man is having a good time. Okay? Thank you again.
And look, and they like showing off because they can do stuff we can't do sometimes too. So that's why he's laughing.
It is a school, okay? We call it a dojo. It is a school, and the main purpose of school is to learn. And let me tell you something. These young people come and they learn, and we do 5 nights a week, and it's just great. It's just I enjoy it so much. I've been out myself, physically getting old, but I'll be back another 2 weeks.
Some of the things, real quick, that we stress at the dojo is spirit. You know, do your best. Give 100%. Hard work. Nothing in life is free. Train and sweat to achieve your dreams or goals. Excellence. Stop doing things halfway. If it's worth doing, do it right every time. Education. Students today, leaders tomorrow. When a tree stops growing, it rots. So education is very important. Leadership. In order to lead, one must learn to follow. And a lot of people say, well, you don't want to be a follower. And I know Ed can relate to it. You know, when the colonel says jump, you jump. It's not a question of how high, it's just you jump. So you got to be able to follow in order to lead, okay? And then the last one is learn to fight, not to fight. Learn to fight, not to fight. Figure out or find out what's important for you to fight over. So keep that in mind when we talk about the spirit, we talk about the discipline.
Can you two ladies just show what we show the kids in the beginning? Don't bother me.
Okay.
Real simple. This is what we show them in the beginning, okay? You know what I mean when we tell them don't bother me. Somebody's bothering you, you be the botherer.
Stop. Teacher.
Yeah, see that? Do it one more time so he can get you real good on there. Try it again. And this is what we teach first. This is first and foremost, okay? Don't bother me.
Don't bother me. Teacher.
Okay, simple move. But you see that? So that's what they learn first, and then they progress from there, right?
Tyler and Ayanna. Quickly.
These 2 dolls. Come on over here. These 2, yes.
Do a self-defense for him. Tell us what you're going to do.
I am going to front kick her with my left leg.
You better do your self-defense.
You remember. Okay, come on.
Better get it right.
Get it right. There you go.
You're going to the hospital in a few minutes? Oh,
okay. There you go.
There you go. All right. Good.
I'm going to punch to the head.
With what?
This is Tyler. This is the one that the mother called in about. Come on, Tyler.
She didn't embarrass you. She did a real nice call. There you go. So go ahead. With your left hand?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right. So what do you have coming up? You have tournaments coming up?
We have a demonstration this Saturday at the...
Is it this Saturday?
Yes, at the Richmond Redevelopment Housing Authority Bikeathon.
Okay.
And then...
Let me know about it for real. What is this event?
The Richmond Housing Authority usually have an annual bikeathon in cooperation with the police department, Youth Sports Fines Arts Academy. This year they're having it at the Calhoun Center. And we've been asked to put on a demonstration for them.
Okay.
So we'll go over and do a demonstration.
What time are you going to do that?
It's going to be around 11:30.
Around 11:30.
Yeah,
Okay.
11:30.
So if you're around, you want to see the kids in action for real, in the quarters space that they need to really work, the Calhoun Center is the place to be. Okay, and then what?
May the 25th, we'll be going to New York to train with my head instructor, Hashim Ricardo Johns.
And he comes out of Texas?
He comes out of Texas.
All right, now you're going to go all the way up to New York, and you're going to do a whole full day of training. Okay. That, you know, you see what this all involves. This is not play school, even though I say school. This is real. They travel, they train, and they come back all beat up, but but they come back with knowledge. So it's a good thing, and the children are invited to come. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Hello, caller. Hello.
I'm on the dojo in Richmond.
Can you turn down your TV just a minute, please? Okay, now.
I'm on the dojo been in Richmond.
How long you been in Richmond?
I was in Richmond for about 5 years, and then I moved out to Henrico. I started my dojo in 1988 out of my garage in Henrico. So I've been doing it ever since 1988.
Thank you.
Is that all you wanted to know?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so now you know we've been doing it for a long time. Anybody else who want to come on out and join us, you're more than welcome. I want to thank you guys, both of you, because I know you're very busy in your regular, you know, we forget sometimes that, you know, that there is more to life, you know, we get involved with this. So I appreciate you all coming out and spending this time and showing these ladies and gentlemen something out there. And
real quick, I want to just say thanks to Senpai Stephen Jones. He's at the dojo training while we're up here enjoying ourselves. He's at the dojo training. I also would like to say thank you to Senpai Dave Ellis. They are two black belts that have worked with me for numerous years. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate it. And the same go for these two ladies. I appreciate everything that y'all do. Okay.
All right, so if you have a youngster and you want them to get involved with us or any other situation like this that might be closer to you or whatever the situation might be, you're more than welcome to come in. Or if you want us to come out, you let us know that and we'll come out. Just like we go to Virginia Union and train, we can come to Virginia Tech, we can come to Richmond University, we can come to any of the middle schools. I do want to talk to some folks about that. Anybody out there that has a hint on how we might get this going in the school systems, let me know. 804-261-2331. Hello, caller?
Yes, thanks for coming on, enjoying the show. I'd just like to know, do you, in your practice, Sensei, do you do any breathing techniques, exercises?
Quite a bit. That's a major part of martial arts is breathing, and yes, we do.
I know you're running out of time. Would you have time for them to demonstrate anything on breathing?
You want to do breathing? Either one of you? Okay, that's a good one. Thank you for calling, caller. Just pay attention, we'll show you.
Thank you.
Okay. Breathing exercises, yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so left. So, okay, what we're going to demonstrate is breathing. Sometimes, all your techniques, you have to do breathing with that. So what we're going to do is a low block, and we're going to show how you expand. You're going to really expand with your block, and then we're going to blow the air out with our attack, because it's going to make your attack much stronger. So that's what we're going to demonstrate. So, relax. Did that help you, caller? I hope that answers your question. But in that, you're using your breath too to give you your strength. It's not just all your arms. It's not just, the waist. It's everything adding up together.
Hold on 1 second, caller. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, hi. I was wondering if you could go over again what the benefits are for the very young children, the 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds. Is it confidence? Is it academics? What is the best part about karate for the young children?
Well, I could say it's self-confidence and self-esteem. Okay, they start really feeling themselves and taking pride in what they've achieved and what they learned. And you see the smile, you see first the tears, and then the smiles, and then the joy. Do you have a youngster?
Yeah, I have 2.
How old are they?
6 and 8.
They're perfect ages, and I don't know where you live, but we're located right on Laburnum Avenue across the street from White Oak Shopping Center. There's a landmark with a corner building there. If you see the Chinese buffet and all of that, if you look to the left on the corner, you see the dojo right there.
Real quick, if you go to a karate tournament, you should watch a kid when they get that first trophy. They are all smiles, they're happy, they're jumping around, okay? And we just emphasize that, and we continue to push it. Now, vice versa, if they lose that first one, then we go back and we train again, and we just advise them, hey, look, you're the one that controls it, so you train hard, you win. And so when they finally go back there, they realize, hey, I worked for something, I finally got something. Nobody gave it to me, I went in there and I beat somebody.
And earned it, that's right.
So,
did that answer it for you, caller?
Yeah, do you have any guiding principles that you try and give the kids? Any monikers to remember every day while they're growing and going to school? And what to do right?
We have a whole pledge almost they have to recite after every class. We're down to 3 minutes. I don't have time to go through the pledge, but I understand what you're asking us, and yes, we do.
Okay, thank you for your
All right,
time.
and thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Okay, we're on the countdown. I'd like to thank Sensei, myself. Okay. We have a great training team out there at the dojo. The concept that we're trying to promote is self-respect, which generates respect for others, self-esteem, and excellence. You have to maintain a grade point average to stay with us. You have to maintain an attitude of professionalism, which they learn. That's all part of what's learned in the school. Thank you, ladies, for coming out. Sensei, always a pleasure, and you know you're always welcome. Okay. This is good. Address. Give the address for the dojo.
4368 South Laburnum Avenue, Richmond, Virginia.
One more time.
4368 South Laburnum, Richmond, Virginia.
All right, you got that? Thanks again, folks. We're out of here. I'll be back next week. We have Thomas Haywood is going to be on. Thomas Hainsworth is going to be on with us. He couldn't make it the other week, but I think you do remember Thomas. He did 29 years in prison for a rape he did not commit and was released. And when he was released, he was on my show maybe 4 years ago when he first came out. And he's going to come in and tell us how he's doing. As I did mention when I started out, Joe Morrissey will come in for the first 15 or 20 minutes, which will probably turn into the whole show because Joe turns out to be my co-host, which is wonderful. And we have a young lady we're going to introduce to you. Her name is Star, and she is an event planner extraordinaire. And I was asked to present her by someone very close to me, so you know you always judge people by who introduces you to them. And this person was introduced by one of the best, so that should be kind of exciting also. I'll be back on again when they give me my next 6 weeks. I'm not saying goodbye. Remember, one more week coming up. But after that, I'll be off until I get my next 6-week run. We've had a great time. We're going to have some more fun in the future. Thanks for tuning in. And you guys, thank you so much. Or shall we say, us. Okay, good deal. Don't go.